Hey y'all, it's Nancy, the Handy Scandy. Welcome back for another crafty venture. Today I'm spotlighting the layered holly stencil from A Colorful Life Designs. You can see how absolutely adorable it is. It's new with the November 2021 release, and I just had to bring this one to you first. There are lots of beautiful designs in this release, but this one for some reason just has my heart. Maybe it's my sweet friend Holly, who's also on the design team, that just made me fall in love with it. I don't know, but anyway, I think it's adorable, and I'm going to show you two ways that I used it today. Really, it's just plain and simple ink blending, which I honestly haven't done in some time. So I have two different shades of green ink from PinkFresh Studio, and one's a little bit darker, one's a little bit lighter, and I just kind of go randomly so that there are the depths of color and then the highlights of color. You can see how much brighter this green is than the other one, and I think they just are a perfect mix, and you'll see here in just a second when I do the reveal. Look, how sweet is that? I can take no credit because it's just a beautiful stencil and beautiful inks from PinkFresh. And so, as I've done many times before, I take my distress sprayer, I spray the ink that's already on the stencil, and then I lay it down on a clean piece of cardstock. And so essentially, I'm using my stencil to make a print. And I love it. It's a completely different effect, completely different look, but yet the same stencil. So it's, you know, I'm all about getting more life and use out of your products. And for stencils, there's so many different ways we can use them, and that's just one extra way. So for both stencil, or for both card bases, card panels, I use the Berrylicious. It's kind of a pinky orangey red from PinkFresh. And on the second card, I don't add any ink to my brush. I simply roll on, brush on whatever's in the brush, because the ink that was left over on the stencil that got printed onto the panel is much lighter. It's much less intense than the one that I did the ink blending on. So I wanted the berries to be a little bit less intense as well. So for the one that I ink blended on, I'm taking some clear, what are they called? Nuvo crystal drops. These are just clear. For the panel that I printed on, I used a glitter stickle actually. So you can see a little bit, because that one is a little, like I said, less intense. So I just gave the berries, just kicked them up a little bit. And so these are my two panels, and I will show you the cards that I made out of them. This is just a quick little video showing the stencil itself. So many different ways you can use it. And again, this is the card that I showed you in the beginning. I did some die cutting out of the center just to lift that panel up, colored up that sweet little girl from Merry and Bright from Aall and Create, and I think she's adorable. And this one is just a bonus card. Just actually some leftover things in my stash just brought this card together. Very simple, very different actually for me, because I don't tend to do simple. But guys, this is it. This is the layered holly stencil from A Colorful Life Designs, again brand new with the November 2021 release. And I will have everything listed and linked downstairs, or something similar if I can't find it anymore. But for now, this is Nancy, the Handy Scandy, and I'm out.